In a world where cars drive themselves, algorithms diagnose diseases, and machines write code, a quiet revolution is underway, one that's reshaping not just how we work, but why we work. This is the story of the future of work and your place in it. It all started with the pandemic. Almost overnight, work went remote. Offices emptied, 90% of companies went hybrid. Then came the second wave, the rise of AI, generative AI. Machines that don't just do, but think. And now, the biggest question we face is, what happens to jobs? Today, we break down this complex landscape with data-driven insights and expert analysis, answering your biggest questions about the changing world of work. How much of our jobs will automation really impact? Automation is transforming work, but it's not about replacing entire jobs, at least not mostly. Studies show about 70% of tasks within jobs can be automated, but only around 5% of jobs could be fully automated. This means most jobs will evolve, blending human skills and machines instead of disappearing completely. Routine manual and data processing tasks, think factory assembly or data entry, are most vulnerable. But jobs requiring creativity, complex decision-making, managing teams, or deep social interaction remain highly resistant. What major trends are shaping labor demand through 2030? Several global megatrends are creating millions of new jobs. Rising incomes in emerging economies could generate 250 to 280 million jobs in consumer goods, plus 50 to 85 million in health and education. Aging populations worldwide will increase demand for healthcare, adding 50 to 85 million new health-related jobs by 2030. Technology growth could add 20 to 50 million jobs, especially in IT and tech services. Investment-driven trends also matter and depend heavily on policy. Infrastructure and building investments could create 80 to 200 million jobs, carpenters, engineers, electricians, and more. Renewable energy and climate adaptation may add 10 to 20 million jobs globally. Recognizing and paying for unpaid domestic work like childcare could create 50 to 90 million jobs, supporting women's workforce participation. How big will the workforce transition be? The numbers are staggering. Up to 375 million workers globally may need to switch occupations and learn new skills by 2030 due to automation and economic shifts. China faces the largest absolute numbers, up to 100 million workers, about 12% of its workforce. Advanced economies will see an even bigger share needing change, up to 1/3 of the US and German workforce, and nearly half in Japan. This is comparable to the historic shift out of agriculture in the early 1900s, a massive social and economic transformation. Will there be enough jobs for everyone? Job shortages are a big fear, but history and modeling suggest otherwise. With sufficient economic growth and innovation, enough new jobs will emerge to offset those lost to automation. Plus, 8 to 9% of 2030 labor demand will be in new occupations we can't yet fully imagine. The real challenge: how fast displaced workers find new roles. Quick transitions, within a year, lead to wage growth, higher productivity, and low unemployment. Slow transitions risk wage stagnation and rising inequality. How will this affect skills and education? Jobs that grow generally require higher educational levels. College or advanced degrees dominate in advanced economies. In emerging economies, demand spans all education levels, with the fastest growth in higher education roles. Skill needs are shifting rapidly. Less time on routine data or physical tasks. More focus on social-emotional skills, empathy, communication, collaboration. Greater demand for advanced cognitive skills like creativity, logical reasoning, and problem-solving. This means lifelong learning and mid-career retraining will be critical. Education models must evolve fast. What about wages and income inequality? Wage trends reflect shifting demand. In advanced economies, many middle-wage jobs may decline, while high-wage and some low-wage care jobs grow, potentially widening income polarization. However, policy choices matter. Infrastructure spending and green investments can create more middle-wage jobs and ease polarization. In emerging economies like India and China, middle-income jobs such as retail and teaching are growing, supporting a rising middle class. How will different countries be affected? Outcomes depend on wage levels, economic growth, demographics, and sectors. Japan, high wages, slow growth, shrinking workforce, high automation risk, a tough combination. US and Germany, growing or stable workforces, innovation helps job creation. Germany benefits from labor market reforms, boosting mobility. India, rapidly growing workforce, lower wages, slower automation, lots of job creation potential, but needs investment. China, higher wages, shrinking workforce, but strong growth, faces potential labor shortages. Mexico, moderate growth, moderate automation risk, needs innovation to fully employ workers. What roles do governments and businesses have? Both must step up with coordinated action. Governments need massive investment in retraining, education reform, labor mobility, and social safety nets. Businesses must rethink workforce strategies, invest in on-the-job training, and support worker transitions. Public-private partnerships can develop innovative workforce programs and digital job matching platforms. What should individual professionals do? Adaptability is the new superpower. Commit to lifelong learning and upskilling. Embrace flexibility in work location and job types. Develop human-centric skills, communication, leadership, creativity. Stay informed on emerging industries and trends. The future of work isn't the fear of technology replacing humans. It is more like humans evolving with technology. The challenges are enormous, but so are the opportunities. With proactive policies, business leadership, and personal adaptability, we can create a future where technology empowers us all. Thanks for watching. If you found this deep dive helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. We'll leave you with this. What are you doing to stay ahead in a changing world of work? Which skills are on your radar? Share your thoughts in the comments.